Hello, Merry Christmas. Now, before I begin, I want to say thank you to everyone who supported me this year, whether you've just subscribed to my YouTube channel, shared, liked or commented on one of my videos, or whether you've supported me on Patreon and gained access to all the extra content on there. Obviously, I couldn't do this without you, so much appreciated. Please do keep on supporting in whatever way you can. Now, there's something in the air, isn't there? It feels like Britain is on the brink of collapse, societal breakdown. This country is being held together by a thread, and that thread is decent, hard-working people getting out there every day, putting a shift in, nose to the grindstone, paying their taxes and supporting their families. And every day things get harder for those people. Every day those people have to tighten their belts just a little bit more, make a few extra sacrifices, find ways to make their time stretch a little bit further, be more efficient, more productive. For these people, quality of life doesn't come into the equation. Life is about endurance, maintaining the physical and mental well-being of themselves and their families. These are the people carrying this country on their shoulders, in spite of the innumerable difficulties, hardships and obstacles of contemporary life. Life is made difficult for these people by human detritus at two ends of a spectrum. At one end, the insatiable immoral greed of corporate globalism. At the other end, scroungers, layabouts and shirkers using Marxist systems and warped concepts of inequality to play the victim and grift and blag their way through life. Those that govern us on a national and a global level have proven themselves not to have our interests at heart. Our politicians serve themselves and their paymasters, and to hell with the people they're supposed to serve and represent. We have a global political class that is utterly morally bankrupt, a political class and a mainstream media establishment seemingly bought and paid for by Big Pharma, amongst other powerful global industries for whom money is no object, who have a never-ending line of besooted shills queuing up to take their money and do their bidding. In the UK, life is rendered almost unlivable by a broken transport infrastructure, a completely inaccessible health service, and a housing market where if you have a well above average salary, you might be able to buy a heavily mortgaged dump. Otherwise, you have to fight tooth and nail for a borderline derelict rental property in a vastly undersupplied market. And we know why all of that is. It's because there are millions more people living in the UK than the infrastructure of this small island can accommodate. Because for decades our borders have been open to all and sundry, whether they choose to come here legally or otherwise, who somehow now enjoy preferential treatment and greater access to a ruinously generous benefit system than the indigenous population who have paid taxes here their entire lives. At any other time in history, we'd surely have been in a state of civil war by now. It's testament to how infantilised, spineless, thin-skinned and self-obsessed the people of the Western world have become through decades of Marxist indoctrination in our educational establishments, that there's seemingly no limit to the amount of abuse they're prepared to put up with from the WEF autocrats that govern us and the legacy media that constantly tries to gaslight us with flagrant lies. We all know what's happening. We're on a road to serfdom, and we've almost arrived. There needs to be a rising up of sorts, some form of national insurgency, and what form that takes I don't know. But if it doesn't happen soon, we'll have sod all left. Nothing left of our culture, nothing left in our pockets, no choice of how to live, and no means of escape. Christmas seems a stretch this year, more difficult to organise, to finance, more stressful, and whereas it's always been something that's brought us together as a people, that togetherness seems somehow lacking, somehow missing this year. So we need to cling to it, to enjoy it, to appreciate it, because like so much else of our history and heritage, it seems to be slipping from our grasp. So Merry Christmas and a mutinous New Year. Please do subscribe and support. Thanks for watching.